Ryan, with you guys being eliminated, but this week, what are you hoping to just see out there on the field from everybody?
Yeah, I mean, it's the last opportunity to play together. I think you look at the offensive line room, you look at the team in general, like you just know that next year is, it'll look differently. It looks different every single year you're here. So I know offensive line-wise, it's another opportunities to play together, one last time for this year. You put the past or whatever happened in the season behind you, and you look forward to the one game you got at home, and you're thankful for the opportunity to play at home one last time this year, right? So, I think it's just also the profession of what it is, right? Like guys will, hopefully show their true colors of being professional, going about it the right way, having no expectations that it won't be that way, and giving it everything they got to finish on a high note this year.
We've talked to you before about whatever happens, and the last 2 games might be your last. Do you think now that this might be it here? I mean, how do you deal with that?
I mean, I think I play Sunday like it is, right? Because I don't have a contract after that day, so you just kind of come to terms that you don't know what the future holds. So I know that I'm in this facility for this week, and then after this week, I don't know what happens. So, but I have a great opportunity to go play with Q, Glow, Bernie, Matt Gons. Glow and I and Q have played a ton of games together, right? So I think there's a good chance that never happens again. We bring in Glow 4 weeks ago, and the next thing you know, you're playing with the guy you played with for 4 or 5 years. So you just never know in this league, and that's the fun part about it. It's also the hard part about it. But we're excited for this week, excited for another chance to go play, and that we have 17 games, not 16.
Are you still in this mindset, in a perfect world, that you want to play beyond this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just, you've been here as long as anybody, and you come into the league thinking you're going to win championships. How do you reflect on just not getting where you want to be, but still having a lot of personal success, but maybe lacking that type of success?
Yeah, I think you start doing a little more reflecting as you get older in your career of what you've been through, and certainly a lot of ups and downs and a lot of unknowns, different quarterbacks, whatever. And then there's always changes in every league and every team. Been in the playoffs a couple times, but been some tough years here and there. But at the end of the day, I come to work every day because I love the guys that I play with. I love the guys that are in that room. I look around, 99% of those guys were drafted to the Colts. We're kind of the anomaly where every single person on the offensive line, for the most part, was drafted and developed as a Colt. So we don't know any other, we don't know different. So that was always and that really is still the reason I still love playing the game, is because in the middle of a game, whether it's going good, whether it's going bad, the person you can lean on is the guy next to you. That's the fun part about this game. Knowing that you've been through a lot together, you don't know, when this game is going to, kick you out and spit you out, right? So that's kind of the fun part about it, is you cherish the memories and the people you play with. I think you can, obviously it's upsetting to not, own your destiny of going to the playoffs and doing this and that, but I think at some point you come to realization, if I don't cherish the memories I have right now, I'll wish that back someday. So being able to play with Q again or Glow again, those are the people you remember when you leave the game. Obviously, I wish differently for the years that I was here for certain times, but I can't control that.
This is maybe not a relevant question, I don't know, but Pat, and he said some things lately, and he has kind of started this conversation about, does the team have culture problems? I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that? Have you heard any of that? What do you think?
Yeah, I saw the tweet. I look back to when I was a rookie, when Chuck was here, and people can write whatever they want about Chuck as a head coach. I loved him as a head coach. I didn't know any better as an NFL. Kind of things that stuck with me about Chuck was he's always said be a pro, and I've always taken my game as in the way I approach each day, whether I'm injured, playing great, not having a great week, it's trying to be a professional the best I can. I think I've done a pretty good job of that, and I know it's a blanket statement to put everybody in the same category, right? But I think we have a lot of professionals in the room and the team in general. So that's the one thing I didn't really love. But it is what it is. I can't. He's very passionate about the Colts. He was a great teammate when he was here. We were teammates together. But I don't know. I can't control anything.
Right? So it's unavoidable.
100%. Yeah, he does. And when we played together, I just try to take each day, treat people the right way, come as a competitor, do what I can to be a professional in this league, and ended up playing 9 years. So.
What you're talking about playing next to Q. Like, when you reflect on Quentin Nelson, like, what do you think about? What do you kind of reflect on with them?
Yeah, I think like early on when he was a rookie, I think he would start trying to make calls every now and then, and like I'll keep the word, keep it PG, but I would tell him basically shut up, like in a much PG version, like, hey, like, listen up, rookie. I know you've been in the league for like 3 months, but you need to listen here for a sec. So we have a lot of those like back and forth. He's an ultimate team guy. I think back at some of the leadership styles that he's kind of grown through, the growing pains, like the injuries he's played through, just like a lot of people. Like a great teammate, truly cares about the guys that he plays with. And like I said, like I think you can, say what you want about everybody else that's been written in this team, but like the guys in the offensive line room, that's who I'll speak for. Is like they're men of character, and I think that's like when you take everything else away from us. I'll no longer wear the horseshoe one day. Neither will he. But like the great people that you play with, and just ultimate competitor.
Were his calls correct?
I'll plead the fifth. Sometimes yes, most times no.
Didn't that tell you about what was being added to the offensive line? A forceful guy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, there was definitely like the 18 season, 17, a lot of like small pieces here, pieces there, and then it kind of got stripped away. It was really just like Costanzo, me. Glow wasn't even a starter at that point, right? And then like 18 kind of all comes together in this vision of like we draft Q, we get Braden. Braden wasn't even a right tackle at the time; he was playing guard, and so it just kind of a culmination of pieces that kind of came together. And for 2.5 years, we basically all played together, almost every single play, which was like it was awesome, right? And I think we all came together in that moment. And like you look back at like the Deem Saturday days, like those guys are all still really close. And I think that's what's cool about the position and about the NFL in general.
With Glow back and you guys running the ball like you have the last several weeks, has it felt like you guys turned the clock back and it's the good old days?
A little bit, yeah. Things have changed, but things haven't changed sometimes, It's just been fun, man. It's, the Giants blitzed us more than they've ever blitzed anybody, right? And it's just they weren't going to watch the Titans happen again. So, but like I said, like, a long drive, whether you kick a field goal, score, punt, whatever, like coming to the sideline and, after you make the corrections, like there's banter within things that happen throughout the game. Like that's the unforeseen, piece that you guys don't get to see that we really cherish. And, yeah, it's good to have the game back together a little bit.
So you guys, as a leader, what are you kind of, messaging to guys this week in light of, kind of what's happening, I guess?
We got one more opportunity. Obviously, season didn't go the way we want to, didn't play the game the way we wanted to in games that mattered the most. But the reality situation is we got one more opportunity against a division opponent in front of our home fans. And not only do we have a job to do, but the fans deserve for us to leave with a home win. So.
With your comments about the Giants on the podcast, how did you address that with the team, and how do you look at what you said?
Yeah, obviously something I should have said. We got a rule on the pod that we don't really try to speak on teams that we're going to play in the future. Poor choice by me, bad joke in hindsight, and I just got to be better with my words moving forward.
So you look at the podcast, has it been, just how do you look at that experience in general? Has it been a good experience for you? Has it been a distraction in any ways?
I definitely feel like, it's been a great opportunity for me to connect with the fans on a much deeper level, about things that really don't have much to do with ball. It was a chance for me to, learn more about the Indianapolis culture and the Indiana culture and the community, and a little bit more for them to learn more about me. Obviously, there's been some low moments, but, I think, overall I would say, it's been a learning experience. I guess that was just really more so the purpose behind it, was just really just try to connect with the fans.
Is the plan to continue it?
Excuse me,
Is the plan to continue the podcast?
I think, it's been a tough year. And obviously when things don't go the way you want, you just got to sit back and reevaluate a lot of different things. I think for me personally, just trying to take responsibility for, just the different actions that I've done and different things that I've created. And, just sit back once the season's over and reflect on, how I could be not only a better teammate, but a better leader moving forward. And I think, my involvement with the trenches, is a part of that evaluation.
See, when it comes to AR, he was telling us what he's been going through. You went to bat for him time and time again. How much when you see him go out there or do whatever he do behind the scenes, how much does he love the game of football?
How much does he love the game of football?
Yeah, how much does he love it?
I think we all love the game. I feel like, that's more so something that he would have to speak on directly. I can't speak on somebody's love, but I know he's committed. When he out there, he's a competitor. He's battling. When he out there on the field, you could just see it. The energy he gets. Football has brought a lot of us joys, put a lot of us in different situations that we wouldn't have been in without it. So, I feel like everybody in the building loves the game. I feel like he would have to speak directly for, how he feel about it.
Gus was saying when it comes to tackling or even the issues on defense this year, it takes accountability from everyone. So how have you seen that accountability just player-wise when it comes to the things that you've done well and also not well this year as far as the whole team? And I spoke on a little bit post-game. I think it's definitely something that we got to look in the mirror and see, just that improvement and, or just lack of execution in that standpoint. Just speaking on myself, yes, I've made a bunch of tackles, I've made a bunch of plays, but, I'm looking more at it as, just opportunities to, help affect the game, help the team win in a more positive way. What are the different ways where I didn't help do that? Obviously, when the team didn't reach our goals. And I think one of them is just being more efficient as a tackler. I think some of it comes with technique, some of it comes with hustle. I think some of it is all of us working together better as a unit. I think that's just something for me, looking back at moving forward. But, just looking at myself, trying to be a bit more efficient tackler is definitely something that I'm working on moving forward.
See, it feels like you guys as a defense, it seems like usually your best games come against some of the better teams, better offenses, whether it's Lions or Vikings or Broncos, and then some of the slips have come against teams that aren't maybe as ranked as high. What do you think that is? Is it overlooking teams, or what goes into that?
Man, I don't know if I wouldn't say it's overlooking teams. That's something that I've been pressing, myself. Just first off, just thinking about how me as a leader of the defense, how can I be better as it, throughout the week in preparation. Even though, I felt like we had a good week of preparation last week, or, is it just game day energy? Is it, again, timely plays? Just different things that, I'm trying to just see how I could be better in just any situations. But it is, frustrating when you're playing against MVPs and, great offense, highest scoring offenses, and they're having their worst performances of the year against you, but then you're playing against, some of the worst or least ranked offenses in the league, and then they have a career day. That's an extremely frustrating feeling. So it's definitely something that, I got to evaluate and look at myself moving forward. So.
Z, how difficult is a week like this, coming off of the loss? There's no playoffs, but to come back in 1 week, just the mentality to still stay the focus to put the performance in. You need to get a win on Sunday.
Man, it hurts. I know the fans have been extremely frustrated, rightfully so. It hurts. It hurts a ton when you're just trying to give everything that you have. I feel like I gave my heart out there on Sunday, and it sucks when you come up short in games that matter the most. But thankfully we got another opportunity, and that's all I'm really looking forward to. We got another chance to play at home in front of the fans, and even though we ain't give them the season they deserve, maybe we give them the finish that they deserve, and that's what I'm focused on.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks.